Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. We're going through the different complete guide videos, what I like to call them. We cover all the standard equipment plus the different packages and standalone options for each of the different trim levels. And we are now working on the freewheeling edition, that's what I like to call it, but freewheeling trim, where it's more of the retro style look. It is the Sunset Edition that was introduced back in 1978 on the Bronco. And so they kind of brought it to the Bronco Sport as kind of a fun, different option for you out there. So if you're looking for something a little different, this package might just be for you. So we're going to cover this in this video. And also, don't forget, if you like videos like this, you might like our channel. So hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos that we have out there. And if you are placing an order, yeah, you may check out our live stream every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central. We'll cover different scheduling information and everything as well in those videos. And we take your questions live, and we have a lot of fun in there. So check it out if you'd like to. I think that's it. Oh, we do have at the end of the video, use the timestamps, by the way, to move around in the video, get the information you're looking for out of this video. If you're looking to place an order, find a good local dealership. If you're wanting to order with us, we have more information about ordering from us in our YouTube special. And we also have a special to get you to Bronco off-road as well, and at a reduced cost that might help you out. So you'll enjoy that. All right, let's dive in and cover this. And first, we're going to go to the Ford's build and price. And so let's jump over there. There we go. And so you can go to Ford.com. If you go up here to vehicles and then SUVs and cars, you can go over to the Bronco Sport, and you can go through, and we're going to, you can configure your own Bronco to see what it prices out and everything. We're just going to cover some of the things that, Ford doesn't have on here. But right in here, we're looking at 2024, and they'll always have their build and price for 2024 here, even though you can't order one right now, because they'll have that in there. Because inventory is tied to that. So from what I've been told is inventory and the build and price work together. So they have to have the build and price there for 24 as long as they have inventory at dealer lots. So click on this Meet 2025. And this is where we're going to see the build and price for 25. And we're going to use that for images in here. And you can get more information on this page if you scroll down. Some of the different colors, and they are different, depends on what model you're looking at. So we're going to go up to build and price because we can kind of move around the vehicle a little bit and see more of it. So we have actually done a video on the Big Ben, the Heritage, and the freewheeling. Now the freewheeling is $33,135 this year. It is more expensive, about $700 than last year. And I would say some of that's price increase, but when we go through this, you're going to see there's the Copilot 360 SS Plus package is standard equipment now in the freewheeling, as well as two features that was in the convenience package are now standard equipment for this year. And so I think $700 is a fair price when you look at getting that package for free, as well as a couple other features and the upgraded and bigger screens and everything. I think that's a pretty good deal. But that's just me. You have to decide that yourself. All right, so we're going to get in this and talk about this, and we're going to start with powertrain and mechanical features first. These are going to come, the only engine available on these are the 1.5-liter EcoBoost engine with the auto start-stop technology. Means it's a stoplight, stop sign. Press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. You let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. You can press an A, and it deactivates that for each engine cycle. Also gets an 8-speed automatic transmission as well. And it's going to come standard in 4x4. So that's you won't see a two-wheel drive here. All these are 4x4. They want to make sure you're getting the Bronco name on this for a reason. This is going to be all 4x4. And for this year, they did change the terminology from that standard suspension. They wanted people to know that this suspension is off-road ready. It's off-road capable. So they're naming it the Haas 1.0 off-road tuned suspension. So you can go off-road, and not only is the suspension ready for that, but it's going to give you some GOAT modes for you to be able to do this. And so it is the terrain management system with 5 GOAT modes. Go over any type terrain. Then it's going to include a normal mode, an eco, a sport, a slippery, and an off-road mode. So they changed. You'll notice there's not a sand mode for this year. So it's the same modes in a sense, but they thought people were getting a little confused by the saying sand. So by going off-road, now you know if you're on gravel, you're on dirt, you're on sand, then you know off-road mode is what I need. So that makes it a little bit easier. So the different modes will change the shifting of the transmission, how the traction control is activated and deactivated. Like an off-road, it'll deactivate the traction control, which is something that this vehicle has as well as the traction control. That's going to be on the vehicle too. Also, we do have a front and rear stabilizer bar to give you a great ride on road as well. And then we do have power assisted steering, so EPAS. So electronic control allows you at slower speeds to be able to turn easier into those parking spaces and such. Electric brake assist as well. And we do have electric parking brake, includes an auto hold. So that's going to hold that brake at a stoplight, something like that. Or if you're on a hill, because it does have hill start assist, it allows you to be able to go up the hill without it drifting down by using that some of the features from that auto hold. So there you go. All right, now let's talk about some of the safety features. And if you did watch the other videos, the Big Ben and the Heritage video. These are all the same safety features for this as well. This would be a time where you could click ahead to the timestamp for the exterior if you'd like. All right, for the safety features, we have a driver and front passenger dual stage airbag. Deploys a different size airbag. Depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. It has a sensor underneath the seat that allows it to sense that and deploy the correct size for how close you are. We have a driver knee airbag as well that's going to deploy down from that steering column. So if you're going to in that front collision, it's going to deploy down and protect you. We have a front seat mounted side impact airbag as well. So it's going to deploy from the side of the seat if you have that side collision for the driver and front passenger. We have a front and second row safety canopy air curtain airbag, side curtain airbag, I should say. It's going to deploy down from the side. So it has a rollover sensor as well, help from breaking glass and sheet metal coming in to protect you from that coming into the vehicle in that type of situation. We have advanced track with roll stability control. The goal on this is to keep you going on your intended path. You go into maybe it's a slick outside, maybe you go into a curve too fast. It's going to use a series of brakes in milliseconds where it needs to help keep you going where you're trying to steer to keep you on your intended path. SOS post-crash alert system that's going to honk the horns, flash the lights. If you're on the side of the road, need help, people will be able to sense that. I'll be able to hear that. We do have the lane keeping system with the lane keeping assist, the alert, and the driver alert. So the assist is going to do is to help you keep you in your lane. So it kind of uses kind of torque vectoring. So if it sees those lines, it tries to keep you in your lane. The alert system is going to let you leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel when you go over the line. If you use those together, it'll still, when you get over to the line, vibrate the steering wheel, but also try to keep you in your lane. So I like using those together. It's a good idea. And then we have the driver alert. That's going to alert you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often. So all these can be activated, deactivated. You can turn it on, off, and your settings screen and everything. We do have pre-collision assist 1.5. So this is upgraded from last year. So we do have the forward collision warning that's going to alert you if you're getting too close to somebody. They're going slower than you and you're going to hit them. It alerts you. It's going to put red on the dash. It's going to also honk. It's going to give you a series of tones that you won't miss. Also, dynamic brake support preloads the brakes for you so you can brake faster. And if you don't hit your brakes, and still not paying attention, it's going to use automatic emergency braking to brake the vehicle as well. And then it also does have pedestrian detection. So on slower speeds, I think under about 15 miles an hour, it'll detect the pedestrians as well that are in the road for you. All right. Evasive steering assist. So if you are not able to stop in time to hit that vehicle, maybe in this type of situation, but you know that you can avoid them by turning around them, it's going to assist to make it easier to turn that steering wheel, especially in those situations. We have a perimeter alarm as well. When you lock the vehicle up, it's going to set that perimeter alarm. So if someone tries to break in, get inside the vehicle, has a motion sensors inside as well as for the vehicle itself for going up or down. So if they try to take your wheels and all that, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, let people know that someone's trying to break into your vehicle. And we have security lock, passive amethyst system, which means only the coded key can start the vehicle. All right, let's get into these exterior features now. Here, I got to click on this first. There we go. And so we're going to use these images here to kind of show you around the vehicles. So as we go through this and kind of highlight this. So one of the things you're going to notice on the front is the grill has been significantly updated for this year. So they pretty much, the design from the Badlands grill is a design they're using on all the grills, but with different looks to them. So in this case, this one here is going to be a silver painted grill up here with the two-tone Bronco lettering. So you're going to see that on there. So it looks real sharp on these. So it's kind of a red with the white on the front of those lettering. So it looks pretty cool. They also did upgrade the bumpers for this year. So you're going to see that. That's been changed for this year as well. You do get active grill shutters in there too. So they're going to open and close when it needs to help that engine function really well. You have automatic LED headlights. So they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light for those. So you're going to have those too. Configurable daytime running lights as well. And you get auto high beams with those lights. So auto high beams means you can turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you in the city lights, it's going to shut them off. So there you go. Acoustic laminated windshield as well. That's going to have two pieces of glass with plastic in between to help adhere those together. So if there's a breaking, something comes in the windshield, it kind of keeps that together so it doesn't shatter on you or that anything like that. But also could make it a little bit quieter because of that too. So, all right. We do have for the wheels, they're same as last year, looks like 17-inch ebony wheel with the race red painted accents in there. So they're going to see that right there. So you'll have that in there. So that's going to be included. The tires are going to be an all-season tire, a 225/65 R17 all-season black sidewall lettering tire. Individual tire pressure monitoring system for those tires. For this year, we'll not have a mini spare, but instead we'll have a tire inflator and sealant kits for you, and then four-wheel disc brake with an analog braking system as well. For the mirrors, we do have a molded in black mirror cap there. We do have power and heated glass, manual fold as well. And those mirrors will get the blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of the mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. And we do have cross traffic alert. So as you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to alert you, series of tones and flashes red on your dash that you need to stop because there might be somebody there. And if you don't stop, you do get rear cross traffic braking as well. So I think that's new last year, maybe. Anyway, that's going to be a nice feature as well. Now, let's talk about wheel lip molding. It's going to be molded in black, just like it is in the other ones. Lower rocker molding and lower body side cladding as well is going to be molded in black there too to help protect that vehicle. The upper window molding is going to be black as well here, and the roof rack side rails will be molded in black too. So those are all the molded in black accents that you get. So when we say molded in black, that means the black is put into the mold when they make it. So it's a durable, textured product, but because it's the colors put into the mold, you won't see any chipping of paint or anything like that. The door handles are going to be iconic silver, no matter what color you go with. So if we pick the red here, you're going to see the red still. They're going to still be that. I don't know if I'd pick red with that, but there you go. So there you go. You're going to see still painted silver. So that's going to be a different distinction there. You do have intelligent access with push button start with a key fob. So just put your hands in the door handle, automatically going to unlock the vehicle, allow you to get in and out. Also, just lock it by pressing the ridges on the front doors, and you can hit the push button start when you get inside, so you don't have to get the keys out to get in or out or to start it. You will see the freewheeling graphics package on this. So going across different colors as you fade down, that's that sunset design there. So you'll see that on the vehicle too. You will see a black painted roof here, unless of course it's you choose black, but a black painted roof as well on this. And then privacy glass in these back windows, quarter windows, and back glass. And you do get the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So you can see that right there. Just push that open. Just put the nozzle in, fill it up. When you're done, just shut that outside door and you're good to go there. So that way you don't have to worry about leaving the cap behind or getting your hands dirty, anything like that. So, all right, on the back, center mounted stoplight back here. So that's that third brake light. You also do have the rear defrost with rear wiper back here and that flip glass. So that glass does pop separate from the lift gate itself. So you're going to have that too. And then LED tail lights back here as well. And then the bumpers have been upgraded for this year. So it does have reverse sensing, standard equipment. That's part of the convenience package. Not for this year. It's going to be standard equipment now. And you're going to have that back here. And you're going to get the rear view cameras. You're going to be able to see as you're backing up the vehicle as well back there. Now you will see the two color lettering here on this back here too. So you're going to have that same like it is on the grill, but say Bronco Sport on the back. Little Ford emblem back here because Bronco Sport's more prominent than the Ford on this. So you're going to see that. Manual lift gate as well. So you can open up the lift gate. Inside, you're going to see a bottle opener and located in the hatch area. And you're going to also see floodlights on the lift gate. If you look up, There's a light, there's a switch inside. I think it's on the driver's side. You just push that and you can adjust those. They move a little bit too. So if you're at a campsite, something like that, you can light that up and be able to see a little bit better. We do have a cargo light inside as well in there, and you're going to see some carabiner hooks and loops, two on both sides around those switches and everything for that. And then we do have a PowerPoint back there on the passenger side, I believe is where that one's located over there. Cargo flooring is going to be carpeted for you. You do get a cargo mat included in this in the freewheeling edition. So we didn't see that on the other vehicles. You get that with this as well in there. And then you won't get any rubberized seat back mats on the Big Ben, the Heritage Edition, or the freewheeling for this year as standard equipment. So that's a little different change for this year. All right, let's move to the inside here, and you can see very distinct interior here. You will get additional sound deadening materials to make it a little bit quieter inside. You will also, on the freewheeling edition, get the floor liners front and rear without the carpeted mats. So those are those all-weather ones. So you get the floor liners in the cargo mat. So that's pretty nice. Lighting, you'll have front and rear mat pockets. So you're gonna have those up here. Illuminated entry as well. So you open the doors or unlock it, they're gonna illuminate as well. If you look at this image here, you're going to see the Silver Mountain is what they're calling that, air register coatings or coverings there for that. And you will also see the race red door ring. It doesn't mention the instrument panel in this year's order guide like it did last year, but it's showing it on the building price. So I'd assume it's still going to be red throughout there. I don't think they changed the dash for this year for that. So hopefully it'll still have that. And unique armrest and center console. Going to go back to this. There, it'll have the unique door trim as well in here with the stitching on it. The unique badge in the center console as well, and that kind of stuff. So pretty cool how that's going to look. Grab handles you'll have on the passenger side. You can see that one over there in the back. You'll have one of those on both sides of the back, and then one of those on the passenger side as well on the roof. And then your floor console is going to give you storage inside. You also see as we move forward up here, the GOAT modes we talked about earlier switch. Cup holders in there as well. You know what? I didn't make this bigger. I was going to. You can see, there you go. So you can see that GOAT modes. You can see the rotary dial shift knob, cup holders. It'll have the freewheeling badge on the instrument panel right there. That's what I was talking about. Not on the armrest, but on the console itself. And then do have a media hub area in here. You're going to see a wireless charging pad in there for this year. So that was part of the convenience package last year, but it's not this year. It's now standard equipment. USB ports, I think a type A and C in there as well. So pretty nice on how that all looks right there. The seats you will see does have a special styling to the seats. The ombre stitching with the sunset weave cloth seats. 6-way manual adjustable seat for the driver. Forward and back with a lever under the front. Manual recline as well. And then up and down for the driver. Passenger will be a manual slide forward and back and manual recline there too. And then back here in the back, you'll see the same design on those outside seats with a flip down armrest with 2 cup holders in it in the middle seat. The head restraints go up and down here on the front, up and down. It does have a little button on the side for those to go forward. So that way, if you lay the seats down, they'll not hit the driver's seat. And it does say this one is fixed, but I really thought that would adjust up and down. So I can't remember on that. Latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children. So you can fasten those front and rear facing car seats to those outbound seats. And then we do have the Molly strap system on the back of those front seats as well. We do have power windows locks or power windows there with one touch down feature for the driver's window. And then of course, still power windows for all the other windows too. Power door locks, including lock and unlock and child safety lock for the rear doors. And for the steering wheel, you'll see the Bronco badging on the steering wheel. Also, you're going to get a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So you can pull that lever underneath to go up and down, forward and back for you. And then we do have on the steering wheel controls over here to control the productivity screen as a 12.3-inch productivity or instrument cluster through there. So inspired from the Bronco Raptors, what they told us. And then we do have on this adaptive cruise control. So it's going to include stop and go and lane centering. So adaptive cruise, if you're coming behind somebody, it'll slow you down to go their speed without you having to press your brake and keep that speed for you until you safely pass them. Even bring it to complete stop if you're in that rush hour type of traffic. And then I think you just got to hit the resume button on your cruise and picks you back up. And then lane centering, so it'll help keep you in the center of your lane when the cruise control is activated. So pretty cool how that all works. Climate control is going to be electronic automatic temperature control. It has a single zone. It does have rear ducts in the back, so they can have climate back there in the back seat as well. AM/FM stereo with 6 speakers as well. It's Sirius XM satellite radio. It's 3 months free, and then after that, you do have to sign up for a subscription through Sirius XM. And then we do have Sync 4 system for this year. We'll have the 13.2-inch big screen here. That's going to be standard equipment on this. So you're going to be able to do all that stuff through there. 911 assist, wireless Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay, digital owner's manual as well, and conversational voice commands and over-the-air updates and everything with that screen there. So, all right, behind that screen, though, you're going to see some USB ports with a little area that like a cargo accessory ready, it says there. So you can be able to maybe dash cams, maybe GoPros, you can mount and plug it right into the dash. Right at the top up there, right behind the screen. So that's pretty cool. That's something that's standard equipment on all of the Bronco Sports. Day-night mirror, so you just pull that lever and then you can adjust it as well there. And then overhead console includes a sunglass bin up here and the map lights. And then your visors are going to be illuminated vanity mirrors for those as well. And then moving back down, we do have glove box that has storage in there. I believe it's locking, but it doesn't mention it in the order guide. Wireless charging pad, I mentioned that earlier in this hub area. We do also have the Ford Pass Connect that allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. It's a free app you download, connect your vehicle in. You can remote start your vehicle from anywhere, unlock it from anywhere, schedule remote start times if you want. And then you can even see where your vehicle is located, how much air pressure you have in your tires, as well as how much fuel you have in your vehicle too, using that Ford Pass app. All right, I talked about everything except I want to talk about the colors. Now, interior-wise, this is your only interior color option. On the outside, you're going to have these options here, so some different colors. So let's just run through those. You have ruby red, tinted metallic. That is a new color for this year, $495 for that color. So that did take over for the hot pepper red. We do have eruption green is $295 for that color. So you can kind of see what that looks like. Velocity blue is a new color for this year, $295 for that color. And I think that replaces the Atlas blue from last year. We do also have shadow black. That's no cost for that color. We have carbonized gray, no cost for that color. And we have Oxford white, also no cost for that color. And I don't know if cactus gray was available in the freewheeling last year, but that color has been discontinued for this year. So there you go. All right. There's your color options. All right, now let's get into the different packages. There's really only one package available for this year. It is $13.50 for the convenience package. Now, and I say that this year we only get the convenience package is less expensive, but it's not including those two options that are now standard equipment. So the rear sensors and the wireless charging pad were included last year, and now those are standard equipment. So this package now includes the LED fog lights. So those fog lights are going to be now included in this package. You also get the 8-way power driver seat, so electronically going forward and back, up and down, power recline, and power lumbar. The front row heated seats, so the driver and front passenger get heated seats, and we do have the map pockets in the back on those. So the Molly strap on there with the map pockets on the back of those seats, and then we do have premium wrapped steering wheel. I think it's Active X material. And we do get your universal garage door openers. So that's 3 transmitters on that visor for the driver. And that way you're able to go ahead and program different transmitters, garage doors to those. You don't have to have a garage door opener tied to your visor. So there you go. And that's all we have there. So let's get into the standalone options now. And we'll go through those and kind of go through them. Let me mark off, it does list in here the colors. Let me mark those off so we don't, there we go. All right, let's go through these, and we'll go through some of these are dealer installed options and some are factory options, and we'll clarify which are which and such. And the reason we mention that is because some of these will be put on by your dealer when the vehicle gets there, and you want to make sure your dealer doesn't charge you an install fee, because that's already figured into the cost if you add these when you order your vehicle. So mud flaps, there's 3 different options for mud flaps. You'll see a mud flap front and rear at $680. You'll see a front, and you'll see a rear. So those aren't compatible with each other. You pick one of the 3, depending on what you want. You can kind of see those. It's more of a textured flap. I do like that they use the word flap here. So you'll have those, and those are a dealer installed option. So you can get those through your dealer. Let's see. I think also these are not compatible with the splash guards as well, and they're not compatible with the fender flare kit, which we're going to talk about in just a second. So there you go. And then the fender flare kit is next. So this year, you can see an image of that. It's $580 for that. So last year they had 2 different kits for the fender flares. This year it's just the one. It's a bolt-on, non-paintable, textured fender flare kit here. This one is not compatible. This does require the convenience package, by the way, and is not compatible with your mud flaps or splash guards, and not compatible with your moonroof for some reason. I'd love Ford to tell me why you can't get a moonroof with this fender flare kit, but there you go. That is, again, the dealership would install that for you when it comes in, just like your mud flaps. All right, the roof rack crossbar, $425 for that. This is also a dealer installed option, and those are, you're going to see those go on there. The dealership would put those on your vehicle. They'd come to the parts department, and then they'd put it on when it gets there. And yeah, that's available with anything else, so that doesn't have any restrictions on it like some of the others do. The keyless entry keypad, we haven't mentioned that so far. Illuminated is $225. That keypad, I don't know if it shows that. It does. So that keypad's going to go on the door kind of like that right there, and that is available for you. Dealer installed option, so the dealership would put it on your vehicle when the vehicle gets there. So all right. The engine block heater. So this is a factory installed option. So if you're wanting that, you would definitely want to make sure that you put it on your build. That allows you to be able to start the vehicle, plug it in, doesn't have an image there. It's going to usually be in that grill area, the open grill area. So that way you can plug it in, keep the engine block warm. If you live in a very cold winter state, that might be very valuable to you. You'll know if you need that or not, right? The liftgate privacy curtain is $100. This is a dealer installed option because the dealership won't actually put it on your vehicle. They'll just put it in your vehicle because this is something you use when you want to use it. And this, with your liftgate open, will go around your liftgate so that you can like change clothes, change into a swimsuit. If you're out camping, maybe at the beach, something like that, and so you don't have anywhere to go, you could just, open that up and use that privacy curtain. So that could come in handy. So if you're somebody that camps and all that, you could order those, and you can get that through Ford Accessories as well. Since there's no install, I'd probably recommend that. All right, front license plate bracket. If you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment, and the dealership would install it when it gets there, when the vehicle gets there. If you're in a state like Kansas that doesn't require front license plate bracket, then it's a no-charge option, but you would need to add it on your order if you want that, and the dealership would install it free of charge, or they should be. So since you'll see the fog lights, that is part of that convenience package. Only way to get the fog lights is with that. It is not a standalone option. That's why you won't see a price listed there. Now, moving down, the power moonroof, $920 for that. It doesn't show an image of that, I don't believe. It didn't on the others. So there you go. This does require the convenience package for the power moonroof. There you go. So it does require that, but otherwise you should be able to get it on about anything else. So there you go. Power moonroof. Center console vault with the coded lock. This is a dealer installed option. It's $400. Kind of see what that looks like right there. And that would be installed. So that is something that I will tell you, there's a lot of these dealer installed options that you should leave off. Just get them through Ford Accessories. But this is one, since they do install it for you and the dealers shouldn't be charging you for that. This is a way to get this done with the same cost as the parts and not having to pay an install fee. So that is something that you would think about. Now, if there are delays in them coming to the dealership, and if that were to happen, then you might have to wait a little bit. But most of the time, those are delivered before the vehicle gets there. Interior bike rack, $280. This is also a dealer installed option. And I'm going to show you an image because that you can actually see the rail system and how this works, because you can put 1 or 2 bikes in there, and you would have to lay the seats down, but then you can put those, you can see how those go in there in this image. But I was at an event where they had one, and I was able to you can kind of see a little bit better of how that's attached. And so the dealership would attach that in there. So this might be something that if you do want this, maybe you do have that put on your build when you order it. All right, now let's look at the, I'm going to skip this for just a second. We're going to look at this cargo management system first. $195. This is a cargo management system. Doesn't have an image. So I'm going to show you an image from the event I was at where you can see that it's a divider, shelf, and table. And you're going to see it in a table format here. And the reason that is a factory installed option is it needs to go on those rails on the side are installed into the side of the cargo. So you definitely want to make sure you order this. If you think you might want it, order it. $195, and it'll be put on at the factory. Now let's talk about these. There is an off-road assistance kit, 210 for that. So you can see it comes with a shovel and some other things to help you if you're off-road and you need help. So there's a kit there. And there's an on-road kit that's $80. You can see that gives you, battery cables, markers, some different things if you're off the side of the road, needing to change a tire, that kind of thing. Kind of gives you that accessories. And then there's also a first aid kit, $60 for that. So you can see all these are dealer installed options. They're going to be shipped to the dealer. The dealer is going to they're going to take it. I guarantee you 90% of the dealers are going to, what they're going to do is if it comes in, they're just going to put it in the back of your vehicle for you. You can order these through Ford Accessories and do that. And you might say, well, Tim, I mean, it's just as easy that way. I'll just order it this way. Now, something to keep in mind though is that the more of these you have on there, if maybe they're not in the warehouse at that time, then they won't schedule yours for a production date. So that is just something to keep in mind. So the more of these DIOs that you leave off your order, the easier it is to get it scheduled for production date. And the reason I bring that up is, things like the bike rack, the console vault, those are good things to leave on there and have the dealership install it because you get the install for free, right? But things that don't require an install, I would leave them off your order, like these assistance kits, first aid kits, and that kind of thing. So there you go. And there were some notes on there and also if you do order that through the factory, you're not able to order the on-road and off-road kits together. But if you get through Ford Accessories, you can. So just something to keep in mind with that as well. Okay, that's all of our options there. Hope you guys did like that. And I'm going to go over, if you're wanting to place an order, there's some great local dealerships, order through them. I'm going to give you some ordering tips in just a second. So stay tuned to that or click the timestamp. If you want to order from us, we are doing, we have a couple YouTube specials that I'm offering, as well as we're doing something on every Bronco owner, whether you purchase it off our lot, whether you order one. Either way, we want to help you out. So first off, let me tell you about the YouTube specials. And one of that is we're doing invoice pricing. If you order the vehicle with us, so order the vehicle, we're going to do invoice pricing for you on any one of our Bronco Sports. Also, with on top of that, if you finance with us, we're going to give you $1,000 discount if you finance. That can be used towards travel expenses to come pick the vehicle up. You want to fly in, hotel, that kind of stuff. That'll help reduce that cost for you. So you don't have to pay for that. So instead of having people in the past, we did this and we asked for your receipts and everything else, and then we reimbursed you. Instead, we're just giving you $1,000. So if you can get here and travel less than $1,000, then hey, then that's better yet. Then you're below invoice, right? So that's a way to be able to save some money there and to be able to come pick it up at us if you're out of state. Also, and that can be used towards shipping if you wanted to ship it to your house as well. Now, something we're doing for every Bronco owner, if you purchase a vehicle, purchase a Bronco or lease a Bronco Sport, you get a free registration to Bronco Off Rodeo that Ford is providing for you. So they're going to pay for that registration to Bronco Off Rodeo. But you have to get there. You have to travel there, hotel, and that kind of stuff. So what we'd like to do is we want to provide, you do not have to finance with us to get this offer. We're going to pay for your travel expenses up to $1,000. So when you purchase a Bronco Sport, we're going to pay for your hotel, flights, and that kind of stuff. And so, and be able to do that up to $1,000. And you can do that under $1,000. So there's something to keep in mind. Something else that I forgot to mention in the Heritage video is that if you want to take a guest, it does. If a guest is driving, it costs $595. If they're just a passenger and they're not going to drive, it's $395. And when you purchase a Ford vehicle, you get Ford Pass points. It can be used, and now they're letting you use that on a Bronco Off Rodeo. So if you can use that, it ends up accumulating to $200. So you could use that to reduce the cost of that driver or passenger guest pass. If your spouse wants to come with you, a friend wants to come with you, if they're not going to drive, that's only $195 for that. So that really reduces that cost. And with if you don't use all the $1,000 expense for the, if you can get it less than 1,000, then we can use some of that money to pay for that guest pass as well. We might be able to in there. So that's just some ways to be able to help out. We want to make sure everybody goes to Bronco Off-Road because it's a great experience. Now let's talk about ordering tips. If you want to order from a dealer or even from us, keep that dealership honest and transparent. Find out what they're going to price the vehicles. When you order the vehicle, you're going to be able to see that the MSRP price. And you're going to have to sign that for the dealer, and you're going to have to sign a buyer's order. We'll have them on that buyer's order, put down what they're going to charge you for that vehicle based on that MSRP. And so that way there's no secrets and there's nothing surprises when that vehicle comes in, right? Also find out what that dealer fee is going to be. Have them put that on that buyer's order as well. Our dealer fee is $495. Very transparent about that. And a lot of that expense goes to our business office upstairs, so to pay for things up there and to reimburse as a fixed op cost that way, and to help with occur some of that. So that is where our dealer fee is. Also, find out if they're going to add anything else. We don't add anything. We have an aftermarket department. If you're wanting window tint, you want a protective film, you want a bug shield, you want some of those things, we can add those to your vehicle, but it's not required. Some dealers will require those. So find out if they do require those. It's always good to find this stuff out ahead of time when you place the order, so there's no surprises when the vehicle comes in. And if you have that all in writing, then you can put it down there, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to go ahead and they're going to fold, and they're going to go ahead and give into that. So anyway, so that's just some tips for you there. Also, find out if they know about price protection and incentive protection. So price protection, but Ford's going to do is when you order the vehicle, there is a price that vehicle is. Sometimes there's price increases mid-year by Ford, and they'll raise the price, but they will always honor the price of a vehicle that was ordered for a customer, a retail purchase. So if the person that buys the vehicle is the one that ordered the vehicle, they're going to reimburse the dealership back the difference on the invoice, so that you won't lose anything. So you can go ahead and honor that price for their customers. So make sure they know about price protection. And incentive lock works the same way. If there's good incentives, maybe a low interest rate or a rebate, when you order the vehicle, you get those locked in. It's called the protect date. When they pull the Smart Vincent, they can see the incentives from what it was when you ordered the vehicle, and Ford will honor those incentives. If they're better when it comes in, then you use the sale date and you get the incentives of what it was. So you get the opportunity to be able to use incentives of what it was when you ordered or when it comes in. So there you go. That's all I have. I know that's kind of wordy and long, but I want to make sure everybody has that information. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. We're not done. We're gonna do Outer Banks and Badlands trim as well. And if you do want to check out our live stream, 7 p.m. Central every Tuesday night, where we take your questions live and we go over scheduling information and any constraints there might be on the different vehicle, and whether or not if you have an order placed of the Bronco Sport, your order could get scheduled that week or not, by whether or not the plant is scheduling that week. So we let you know that every week as well in our live stream. So hope you guys join us for that. Till the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.